Return of the bears. Another sell-off takes the market lower. Will the selling stop to end the month? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that even though they could push higher, there was enough in place for wave 4 to be done, and when it was, we would expect a strong sell-off lower, and that's exactly what we saw. The market sold off lower, challenging the low in both the ES and the NASDAQ, but couldn't quite break through, bouncing a little bit at the close. Now we're moving up for what looks like another leg lower. The question is, will they break through and get to that 35.50 to 34.85 area? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, as we head into the end of the month, we had a very, very strong month here. We caught almost the entire move down, shorted it pretty much the whole way, and a lot of people are seeing a lot of really cool things here. As you can see on the screen, one of our traders followed our 401k strategy and was able to save $25K in the drop. Another one was able to keep his wife home, and other guys are learning trading in a new way that they never have before. And that's our whole goal here. PT and I are here to educate traders, not just to try to give you trades and hope you win and move on and collect money. That's not our goal. We are trying to give you a chance to grow your retirement when everyone else's 401k is falling, to grow your regular money when everyone else's bankroll is falling, and to play the market in a way that is strategic and risk averse and understand how to build a bankroll even in a down market. So if you're interested in that, please check out later in the video. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And as you can see, this move up we got in the rally the other day, we were calling that this little wave 4 here, but then they moved down and hit the 1, 2, 3, 6, which is a very common 3 of 3 target. So it does look like this was a continuation down in 3, and the bounce here we got at the close into the overnights is this wave 4. And from here, what we would expect, okay, is a move down in 5 to this 35.80 area to complete this circle wave 3. Then we would look for a circle wave 4 back up to test the trend line, and then down in 5 towards that 34.85 to 35.50 area to complete the overall move. And from down there, we'd look for a reversal. Now, if they can't break through here, okay, it is possible that we've got an A, B, okay, and then we look for a C wave up back towards this 37.90 area, which would close a gap on the SPX, and they could take it as high as 38.25. Remember, they can go up to the top of the pivot and still keep it in the bearish complex to the downside, but if they break over 38.25, then we do have a bigger bullish bounce underway, and I would call it a bounce because until the NQ breaks as low, I don't think that we have a bottom in place on the ES. I think the NQ needs to come down and break its low, as there is no potential for a big move higher on the NASDAQ. And so to get that, they need a new low. So I don't think we can confidently or even probably say that the low is in, even if we get a decent bounce up out of here tomorrow. So the primary path, guys, we're looking at is a move down towards this 35.80 area, up in 4, and then ultimately down in the 34.85 to 35.50 area. However, if they can't make that break down, we would expect a bounce back up towards 37.89 to as high as 38.25. And then from there, we would look for a bigger move down in this wave 5. Okay, so over on the NASDAQ. Okay, the NASDAQ, as we said yesterday, was a little bit behind the ES in its structure, and it came down to within 30 points of breaking its low. You can see how close, this is the June low over here. You can see how close it is to breaking. It is just barely above it. And I don't think they're going to come all the way down here to save it by 30 points and then start some kind of rally up off of a structure that just doesn't support it. So until the NASDAQ breaks its low, I don't think we've seen the low in the market, but we are in a bounce here, and we would expect a continuation of this move down towards the 10,785 area. And then from there, we should look for a bounce up in 4 back towards the 11,225 to 11,400 area. And then we should look for a move down towards that 10,197 area to 10,481 area to complete the wave 5 down on the NASDAQ. So the primary on the NASDAQ is that we're looking for a sell-off down to 10,785 to break this low. Then we might look for a bounce up back above the low and then a final move down after that. But we should be very cautious at this 10,785 level or wherever this bottoms. It should be in that area because the ES will be completing 5 waves, and it's possible we have this count slightly off and the NASDAQ could bottom with it, and they could both get either a B wave bounce that would be pretty strong up towards 42 to 4,300 on the ES, as well as an impulsive move that would take us back to new highs from that point. So we do have to pay attention once we get down to that 10,785 area to see if we get a very strong bounce. We should get one at least up, as I said, toward the 11,400 area before seeing the final sell-off after that. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it will take you over to the website. Once there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, make sure it's for you, and you become part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means there are trades lasting anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a small price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he sets up the trade that's so unique. You need to see it to understand it, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial so that you can check it out before you spend your money. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into a small account, showing you how to build a small account into a big retirement or savings account, trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, and using disciplined trading methods. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make some money together, even when the market is crushing people. All right, guys, key takeaways for today. On the ES, we're looking for the sell down towards the 35.80 area. Then it bounced back up to the trend line before moving down towards 34.85 to 35.50. If they do break out to the upside, okay, they can push it as high as 37.89 to 38.25 and still remain in the bearish complex. However, over 38.25, we would look for a bigger bounce before coming down to revisit these lows. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of setup, only they're a little bit behind, it seems. Moving down to break the low at the 10,785 range is where we'd expect it to bottom. Then it moved back up towards 11,400 before a final move down towards the 10.4 to 10.1 areas. If they do push it higher, okay, the NASDAQ would have to push up over 11,699. And in that case, we would look for a bigger bullish bounce before coming down to break these lows. Guys, it's the weekend. Enjoy the family. Enjoy the weather. It's still nice out in most places. Hopefully you're not in Florida. We're praying for everybody down there. I hope you're all safe. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next week.